Question 1. When merging onto a highway, you should A. Speed up to match the flow of traffic. B. Slow down and wait for a gap in traffic. C. Stop and wait for a gap in traffic. Answer A. Speed up to match the flow of traffic. When merging onto a highway, you should speed up to match the flow of traffic and merge when it is safe to do so. Question 2. When approaching a stop sign, you should A. Slow down and proceed without stopping if the way is clear. B. Come to a complete stop and proceed when it's safe. C. Stop only if there is cross traffic. Answer B. Come to a complete stop and proceed when it's safe. At a stop sign, you must come to a complete stop and proceed when the way is clear and it's safe to do so. Question 3. True or false? You can always make a left turn on a red light if you are turning from a one-way street onto another one-way street. Answer: false. While some jurisdictions allow left turns on red from a one-way street to another one-way street, it is not always permitted. Check local laws and always obey traffic signals. Question 4. What does a yellow diamond-shaped sign with a black arrow curving to the left indicate? A. No passing zone. B. Sharp curve ahead. C. One-way street. Answer: B. Sharp curve ahead. This sign indicates a sharp curve to the left and advises drivers to slow down and be prepared to navigate the curve safely. Question 5. When driving in a school zone, you should A. Maintain your normal speed. B. Slow down and be prepared to stop for children. C. Speed up to clear the zone quickly. Answer: B. Slow down and be prepared to stop for children. In a school zone, always slow down and be prepared to stop for children crossing the road or for school buses loading or unloading passengers. Question 6. True or false? You should always use your turn signals when changing lanes, even if no other vehicles are nearby. Answer: true. Using turn signals when changing lanes is important for communicating your intentions to other drivers and helps maintain safety on the road. Question 7. When passing another vehicle on a two-lane road, you should A. Pass on the right. B. Pass on the left. C. Pass on either side, depending on traffic. Answer: B. Pass on the left. When passing another vehicle on a two-lane road, you should always pass on the left when it is safe to do so, and return to the right lane once you have safely passed the vehicle. Question 8. True or false? It is illegal to use a handheld device while driving, such as a cell phone, for any purpose other than making an emergency call. Answer: true. In most jurisdictions, using a handheld device while driving is illegal, except for making emergency calls. Hands-free devices may be permitted, but it is always best to minimize distractions while driving. Question 9. When approaching a roundabout, you should A. Yield to pedestrians and vehicles already in the roundabout. B. Enter without stopping, as you have the right-of-way. C. Stop and wait for a gap in traffic before entering. Answer: A. Yield to pedestrians and vehicles already in the roundabout. When approaching a roundabout, you should yield to pedestrians and vehicles that are already in the roundabout before entering. Question 10. What does a rectangular white sign with black letters indicate? A. Construction zone. B. Warning sign. C. Regulatory sign. Answer: C. Regulatory sign. Rectangular white signs with black letters or symbols are regulatory signs, which provide information about traffic laws and regulations. Question 11. True or false? When parking on a hill, you should always set your parking brake. Answer: true. When parking on a hill, you should always set your parking brake to prevent your vehicle from rolling. Question 12. If you approach an intersection with a flashing red traffic signal, you should A. Proceed with caution. B. Stop and proceed when it's safe. C. Yield to oncoming traffic. Answer: B. Stop and proceed when it's safe. A flashing red traffic signal indicates that you should come to a complete stop and proceed when it's safe to do so. Question 13. When driving in fog, you should use your A. High beam headlights, B. Low beam headlights, C. Hazard lights. Answer: B. Low beam headlights. When driving in fog, you should use your low beam headlights to improve visibility and avoid blinding other drivers. Question 14. True or false? You should always yield the right-of-way to emergency vehicles when their lights and sirens are activated. Answer: true. You should always yield the right-of-way to emergency vehicles when their lights and sirens are activated by pulling over to the right side of the road and stopping if necessary. Question 15. When turning left at an intersection, you should A. Turn into the far right lane, B. Turn into the far left lane, C. Turn into the lane closest to the center line. Answer: C. Turn into the lane closest to the center line. When turning left at an intersection, you should turn into the lane closest to the center line unless traffic signs or markings indicate otherwise. Question 16. True or false? When driving on a multi-lane highway, you should use the left lane for passing slower vehicles and the right lane for regular driving. Answer: true. On a multi-lane highway, the left lane is typically reserved for passing slower vehicles, while the right lane is for regular driving. Question 17. What does a yellow diamond-shaped sign with a black T indicate? A. T intersection ahead, B. No passing zone, C. Stop sign ahead. Answer: A. T intersection ahead. This sign indicates that a T intersection is ahead, and drivers should be prepared to yield the right-of-way to vehicles on the intersecting road. Question 18. When approaching a school bus with its red lights flashing, you should A. Pass the bus on the left, B. Stop and wait until the red lights stop flashing, C. Proceed with caution. Answer: B. Stop and wait until the red lights stop flashing. When a school bus has its red lights flashing, it is loading or unloading passengers, and you must stop and wait until the red lights stop flashing before proceeding. Question 19. True or false? When exiting a highway, you should start to slow down while still on the main roadway. Answer: false. When exiting a highway, you should maintain your speed on the main roadway and begin to slow down once you have entered the exit ramp. Question 20. When driving at night, you should A. Drive with your high beam headlights on at all times, B. Use your high beam headlights only when there is no oncoming traffic, C. Drive with your low beam headlights on at all times. Answer: B. Use your high beam headlights only when there is no oncoming traffic. When driving at night, you should use your high beam headlights to improve visibility, but switch to low beam headlights when there is oncoming traffic to avoid blinding other drivers. Question 21. True or false? You should never use cruise control in wet or icy road conditions. Answer: true. Using cruise control in wet or icy road conditions can increase the risk of losing control of your vehicle. In these situations, maintain manual control over your speed. Question 22. When approaching a railroad crossing with no gates or flashing lights, you should A. Proceed without stopping if the way is clear, B. Slow down and be prepared to stop if a train is approaching, C. Stop and wait for a train to pass, even if the way is clear. Answer: B. Slow down and be prepared to stop if a train is approaching. At a railroad crossing with no gates or flashing lights, you should slow down and be prepared to stop if you see or hear a train approaching. Question 23. When parallel parking, you should A. Park within 12 inches of the curb, B. Park within 18 inches of the curb, C. Park within 6 inches of the curb. Answer: A. Park within 12 inches of the curb. When parallel parking, you should park within 12 inches of the curb to leave enough space for other vehicles and pedestrians. Question 24. True or false? If your vehicle starts to skid, You should turn the steering wheel in the direction you want the front of the vehicle to go. Answer: true. If your vehicle starts to skid, you should turn the steering wheel in the direction you want the front of the vehicle to go in order to regain control. Question 25. What does a red octagon-shaped sign with white letters indicate? A. Stop sign. B. Yield sign. C. Do not enter sign. Answer: A. Stop sign. A red octagon-shaped sign with white letters indicates a stop sign, which requires drivers to come to a complete stop and proceed when it is safe to do so. Question 26. When driving in heavy rain or snow, you should: A. Increase your following distance. B. Decrease your following distance. C. Maintain your normal following distance. Answer: A. Increase your following distance. In heavy rain or snow, visibility and road conditions can be poor, so you should increase your following distance to allow for more reaction time in case of sudden stops or other hazards. Question 27. True or false? You should always use your turn signal when pulling away from a curb. Answer: true. You should always use your turn signal when pulling away from a curb to indicate your intentions to other drivers. Question 28. When driving in a work zone, you should: A. Maintain your normal speed. B. Speed up to clear the zone quickly. C. Slow down and be prepared for sudden stops or changes in traffic. Answer: C. Slow down and be prepared for sudden stops or changes in traffic. In work zones, road conditions can change quickly and workers may be present. Slow down and stay alert to help keep everyone safe. Question 29. True or false? You should always wear your seat belt, even if your vehicle is equipped with airbags. Answer: true. Wearing a seat belt is important for your safety, even if your vehicle has airbags. Seat belts help keep you in the proper position during a crash and can prevent you from being thrown from the vehicle. Question 30. What does a green circle with a white arrow inside indicate? A. One-way street. B. No U-turn. C. Permitted movement. Answer: C. Permitted movement. A green circle with a white arrow inside indicates that the movement shown by the arrow is permitted. Question 31. True or false? You should always turn your headlights on when driving in the rain, even during daylight hours. Answer: true. Turning your headlights on when driving in the rain, even during daylight hours, can help improve visibility for both you and other drivers. Question 32. When you see a yellow diamond-shaped sign with two black arrows pointing in opposite directions, you should: A. Be prepared for a divided highway. B. Expect a narrow bridge ahead. C. Be prepared for a two-way road. Answer: C. Be prepared for a two-way road. This sign indicates that you are approaching a two-way road, and you should be prepared for oncoming traffic. Question 33. True or false? If you are involved in a minor accident with no injuries, you should move your vehicle out of traffic if possible. Answer: true. If you are involved in a minor accident with no injuries, moving your vehicle out of traffic can help prevent additional accidents and keep traffic flowing. Question 34. When approaching a pedestrian in a marked crosswalk, you should: A. Speed up to clear the crosswalk quickly. B. Stop and yield the right-of-way. C. Honk your horn to alert the pedestrian. Answer: B. Stop and yield the right-of-way. When approaching a pedestrian in a marked crosswalk, you should stop and yield the right-of-way to allow the pedestrian to cross safely. Question 35. True or false? If your vehicle has a manual transmission, you should always downshift when going downhill to help control your speed. Answer: true. When driving a manual transmission vehicle downhill, downshifting can help you maintain control of your speed and reduce the need for excessive braking. Question 36. What does a yellow diamond-shaped sign with a black X and two oars indicate? A. Railroad crossing ahead. B. No passing zone. C. Road closed ahead. Answer: A. Railroad crossing ahead. This sign indicates that you are approaching a railroad crossing and should be prepared to stop if a train is coming. Question 37. True or false? You should always use your hazard lights when driving in foggy conditions. Answer. False. Using hazard lights while driving in foggy conditions can be confusing to other drivers. Instead, use your low-beam headlights to improve visibility. Question 38. When making a right turn, you should A. Turn from the left lane. B. Turn from the right lane. C. Turn from the center lane. Answer. B. Turn from the right lane. When making a right turn, you should turn from the right lane, unless traffic signs or markings indicate otherwise. Question 39. True or false? It is illegal to drive with headphones or earbuds in both ears. Answer. True. Driving with headphones or earbuds in both ears can be distracting and prevent you from hearing important sounds, such as emergency sirens or horns. In most jurisdictions, it is illegal to drive with headphones or earbuds in both ears. Question 40. What does a red triangle with a white border indicate? A. Yield sign. B. Stop sign. C. Do not enter sign. Answer. A. Yield sign. A red triangle with a white border indicates a yield sign, which requires drivers to slow down and yield the right-of-way to other vehicles and pedestrians. Question 41. True or false? You should always use your turn signal when making a U-turn. Answer. True. You should always use your turn signal when making a U-turn to signal your intentions to other drivers. Question 42. When you see a yellow diamond-shaped sign with a black curved arrow, you should A. Be prepared for a sharp curve ahead. B. Slow down and prepare for a roundabout. C. Prepare for a winding road. Answer. A. Be prepared for a sharp curve ahead. This sign indicates that there is a sharp curve ahead, and you should slow down and use caution when navigating the curve. Question 43. True or false? You should always maintain at least a 2-second following distance between your vehicle and the vehicle in front of you. Answer. True. Maintaining at least a 2-second following distance between your vehicle and the vehicle in front of you allows for sufficient reaction time in case of sudden stops or other hazards. Question 44. When you see a yellow diamond-shaped sign with a truck on a hill, you should A. Be prepared for a steep hill ahead. B. Be prepared for slow-moving vehicles. C. Expect trucks entering the highway. Answer. B. Be prepared for slow-moving vehicles. This sign indicates that you should be prepared for slow-moving vehicles, such as trucks, that may struggle to maintain speed on a hill. Question 45. True or false? If an emergency vehicle is approaching from behind with its lights and sirens activated, you should pull over to the right side of the road and stop. Answer. True. When an emergency vehicle is approaching with its lights and sirens activated, you should pull over to the right side of the road and stop to allow the emergency vehicle to pass. Question 46. What does a blue rectangular sign with a white egg indicate? A. Hospital ad. B. Handicap parking. C. Highway entrance. Answer. A. Hospital ad. A blue rectangular sign with a white edge indicates that there is a hospital ahead, which may be important for drivers in need of medical assistance. Question 47. True or false? You should always come to a complete stop before turning right on a red light, unless prohibited by a sign. Answer. True. Before turning right on a red light, you should come to a complete stop and ensure it is safe to proceed. Make sure to follow any posted signs prohibiting right turns on red. Question 48. When you see a yellow diamond-shaped sign with a black arrow pointing up and down, you should A. Expect a two-way road ahead. B. Be prepared for a divided highway. C. Expect a narrow bridge ahead. Answer. C. Expect a narrow bridge ahead. This sign indicates that there is a narrow bridge ahead, and drivers should use caution and be prepared for reduced lane widths. Question 49. True or false? It is illegal to use a cell phone while driving, unless it is hands-free. Answer: true. In most jurisdictions, it is illegal to use a cell phone while driving unless it is hands-free, as using a cell phone can be a significant distraction and increase the risk of accidents. Question 50. What does a red circle with a white horizontal line inside indicate? A. Do not enter. B. No passing. C. Stop. Answer: A. Do not enter. A red circle with a white horizontal line inside indicates a do not enter sign, which means drivers are not allowed to enter the area or roadway in the direction they are traveling. Question 51. True or false? When passing a bicyclist, you should leave at least 3 feet of space between your vehicle and the bicyclist. Answer: true. When passing a bicyclist, you should leave at least 3 feet of space between your vehicle and the bicyclist to ensure their safety and reduce the risk of accidents. Question 52. When you see a yellow diamond-shaped sign with a black T intersection symbol, you should: A. Be prepared for an upcoming intersection. B. Expect a dead-end street ahead. C. Be prepared for a road that ends in a T intersection. Answer: C. Be prepared for a road that ends in a T intersection. This sign indicates that the road you are traveling on ends in a T intersection, and you should be prepared to stop or turn left or right. Question 53. True or false? You should use your horn to alert pedestrians and other drivers of your presence if they cannot see you. Answer: true. Using your horn can be an effective way to alert pedestrians and other drivers of your presence, especially if they cannot see you or if their attention is elsewhere. Question 54. When entering a roundabout, you should: A. Yield to traffic already in the roundabout. B. Enter the roundabout without yielding. C. Stop before entering the roundabout. Answer: A. Yield to traffic already in the roundabout. When entering a roundabout, you should yield to traffic already in the roundabout and enter when it is safe to do so. Question 55. True or false? If you are driving at night and an oncoming vehicle has its high beam headlights on, you should flash your high beam headlights to remind the other driver to switch to low beam headlights. Answer: true. If an oncoming vehicle has its high beam headlights on, flashing your high beam headlights can remind the other driver to switch to low beam headlights to avoid blinding other drivers. Question 56. What does a yellow diamond-shaped sign with a black pedestrian symbol indicate? A. Pedestrian crossing ahead. B. School zone ahead. C. Pedestrian walkway. Answer: A. Pedestrian crossing ahead. A yellow diamond-shaped sign with a black pedestrian symbol indicates that there is a pedestrian crossing ahead, and drivers should be prepared to stop and yield to pedestrians. Question 57. True or false? If you are involved in an accident and someone is injured, you should move the injured person if they are in danger of further injury. Answer: false. If someone is injured in an accident, you should not move them unless they are in immediate danger of further injury. Moving an injured person can cause additional harm. Call for emergency assistance and wait for trained professionals to arrive. Question 58. When driving on a multi-lane road, you should: A. Drive in the left lane. B. Drive in the right lane. C. Drive in any lane. Answer: B. Drive in the right lane. When driving on a multi-lane road, you should drive in the right lane, except when passing or making a left turn. Question 59. True or false? If a school bus is stopped on a divided highway with its red lights flashing and stop arm extended, you do not need to stop if you are traveling in the opposite direction. Answer: true. If a school bus is stopped on a divided highway with its red lights flashing and stop arm extended, you do not need to stop if you are traveling in the opposite direction. However, you should still proceed with caution and be prepared for pedestrians. Question 60. What does a red, upside-down triangle with a white border indicate? A. Yield sign. B. Stop sign. C. Do not enter sign. Answer: A. Yield sign. A red, upside-down triangle with a white border indicates a yield sign, which requires drivers to slow down and yield the right-of-way to other vehicles and pedestrians.